The drop shot and the Ned rig are two of the most widely used finesse tactics to catch bass, and I'm sure I'm not the only one who's thought, what if we took these two and combined them together to make one presentation? That way, whether the bass eats your weight, the Ned rig, or the worm, the drop shot, they get hooked either way. So in today's video, I'm gonna sit down and show you guys how to rig this funky contraption I'm calling the Nedshot, and then I'm gonna go on the water and do an actual test to see if this thing truly is the best finesse fishing rig of all time. Although wait, is this even legal? Another giant. Look at that, y'all. I can't believe what I just caught. Yes! Tackle time. This is my series here on the channel where I test different fishing contraptions and tackle rigging setups to see, do they actually work or do they just catch the fisherman? And today's video is brought to you by Evolution Fishing. You see me wear their largemouth 3.0 bag in all my 200 ponds videos, but they also launched the brand new ballistics tackle trays. They have the standard 3700 size tray as well as the terminal tray with a molded top so your tackle can't jump from side to side. They all come with built-in rust inhibitor, a steel bar that goes across the entire back, which I promise you in the tackle box industry, that's not standard. The bulked up corners make these things extremely durable, and code TRF2025 saves you 20% on your entire Evolution Fishing order. So whether you need tackle bags, line solutions, or tackle boxes, they've got you covered. I will leave my favorite stuff from them linked down in the video description. So the drop shot and the Ned rig are separately amazing ways to rig soft plastics, and they can catch fish for every single type of angler. Yes, even you bank anglers. If you fish from a pond or there's the shore on a big lake and you're confused how to fish a drop shot or a Ned rig, I talk about bank fishermen exclusively in my masterclass videos of the drop shot and Ned rig. I will leave those videos as well linked down in the video description. The video description really is a magical place. But when you combine these together in the Nedshot, you now have two hooks on one line, which I know in some states is not legal, so make sure you check if it is in yours. But if having 100 hooks is legal on one line, should you? Should every angler switch their drop shots to now be Ned shots? Maybe, because both the Ned rig and the drop shot have positives and negatives with fishing them. If you combine them together on your body of water, it could be dynamite or it could be a train wreck. Because the Ned rig, usually not a weedless presentation, although it can be weedless if rigged like you see here on the screen. Although I would argue that is more in the category of the shaky head, but if you want to call that a weedless Ned rig, I'm not going to argue you. And the drop shot historically has not been weedless because a circle hook or a nose hook is usually what's used for a drop shot. But I would say the last decade or so, a lot of largemouth fishermen have started fishing a drop shot, and so the straight shank or wide gap is now widely used, and so the drop shot is becoming more and more weedless. These are both most effective when fished on or near the bottom, although the way they sit on the bottom is much different. A Ned rig, when it sits on the bottom, hopefully goes tail up and is definitely not weedless at all, and when the drop shot sits on the bottom, the weight's on the bottom and the worm is anywhere from a foot to 3 feet above the bottom. So they both sit on the bottom, but they look different. But every once in a while when I'm fishing a drop shot, I'll get a bite, I'll reel down, I'll swing on that fish, and there's nothing there. And then I go down the bank and I get another bite again and I swing and nothing's there. And in the back of my mind, I've always told myself, what if the fish are seeing the shininess of my tungsten weight or lead weight and they're keying in on that, they're biting that, and therefore when they bite it and I pull, the weight just comes out of their mouth, of course, because there's no hook on it. But I can't scientifically prove if that's happening, I just think it is. More than likely what's happening is that a fish, probably a small fish, is eating it so fast and spitting it out that I can't get a hook into that fish. I highly doubt that it's actually eating the weight, but it's still a possibility. And so if you snip off your drop shot weight and add a fully rigged Ned rig as the weight, does that solve a problem and help you catch more fish, or does that just take away from the weedlessness the drop shot offers? The answer? I don't know. But now that we have this funky contraption rigged up, enough talking, let's go on the water to see A, if it works, and B, which one of these two actually gets more bites. So we're out here on the water and I want to show you guys how I plan on retrieving this Ned rig drop shot combination. Now, the standard retrieve for both of these, the standalone Ned rig and the standalone drop shot, is pretty similar. You just cast it out there, of course, let it sink all the way down to the bottom, and then you just kind of lightly shake your rod tip. I mean, 6 inches to a foot max, little shake, and then kind of hop it off the bottom and then shake it again. And I may give it a little more hearty of a shake than I would on a standard drop shot, just because I want to make sure the fish can see both the weight itself, the Ned rig and the drop shot. But that's how I plan on retrieving, keeping it kind of around the edge of some grass and hopefully figuring out which one the bass want. Now that could be one. That could be one. I've got the big one. I've got a big one. How big are you? How big are you, my friend? The biggest mark. Oh yes, that's one. That's one. That's one of the fish we need. That's legit one of them. Might be a 10-pounder. Please grab the camera, unclip the tripod mount. I don't know if he has the drop shot or the Ned rig. This is cool. This is cool. Go ahead and just our drag a little bit. Brand new leader I just tied on, so we should be good to go. Oh my goodness. No, 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 no. Come on now. Come on now. Yes, sir! Oh my gosh! Holy cow. Absolute giant right there. Maybe pushing 10 pounds, definitely 8.5, maybe 9. And he ate the Ned rig as the weight on a drop shot setup. Holy cow. Look at that fish, folks. Look at that giant. Holy cow. Okay, we got to put this one in the live well for Texas Parks and Wildlife. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's so long. Dang it, he doesn't fit in the live well. I got to take out the divider in the middle. Brings me back to my ShareLunker days. That fish is so long. The divider in my live well is now out. Miss Giant Bass can swim freely. Oh, come on, big girl. Yes, there she goes. There she goes. All right. Oh, that's so cool. Monster. Biggin. Biggin, biggin, biggin. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Can you believe that happened? In a video where I'm testing this thing, 9-10 pounder, didn't even weigh it, gave it to Texas Parks and Wildlife for them to put it in a Bass Pro Shops aquarium. That's crazy. But one fish, as y'all know, does not tell the whole story. So let's put the drop shot Ned rig down there using live scope because I have to. It's the only way that I can think of getting this rig right here in front of a whole bunch of bass to, you know, scientifically method our way into an answer. All right, we've got a few bass in the water column right out there. We are falling down. It is right there. And I don't think anything's eating it on the way down, but they're following it. So we're gonna let it hit the bottom and start shaking. Uh-oh, there we go. All right, fish number one. Oh, it also feels like a nice one. No, it's not. And he ate, oh, fish number two to eat the Ned rig as the weight and not the actual drop shot worm. Score is 2-0. Is that telling of the future? We'll find out. With this wind, you should get more bites on topwater. There we go. I knew it. I knew it. Hey, that's a nice one.
You called it.
I called it. That's a nice one. Get his butt in here. Yes, sir. Hey-o.
There you go.
Daddy's real fishing on the board. Show that to the camera when you, oh. Got one. What do we got? What do we got? My dad got one on topwater. Oh my goodness. Fish number 3 on the Ned rig and not the drop shot. Wow. My dad's is much nicer on topwater, but that's not the video we're filming. Maybe that's the video he's filming. I'm filming Ned rig drop shot. And very interesting results we're getting here. 3-0. All right. Look at that one right there. Woo. Beautiful. Nice. There we go. Ooh. Ooh. Come on in here. How big are you? How big are you? Yeah, nice one. A nice one. I couldn't tell what it ate, drop shot or Ned rig, but we're gonna see. Looks like it ate the Ned rig. Holy smokes. Oh, look at that. Down the hatch. Outcast perfect Ned head. Wow. Outcast tackle perfect Ned head. Gonzo. And I'm convinced that a few of these fish are in the column and a few are actually on the bottom. And that is 4-0. Nothing cut out. No fish catches hidden for the sake of the agenda. That's 4-0, and that's a 4-pounder. See you, big girl. Well, I'm gonna be honest, folks. I'm not exactly quite sure what to think about these results. There we go. My dad caught one, so I cast right where he was. And it looks like, oh my goodness. Twins. Ned rig, 4-0. Also twins, but Ned rig, 4-0. Now my worm is gone off the drop shot. It was not gone when I made the cast, so this one counts. No matter the size, no matter the shape, if they bite one thing, we count them. And that's 5-0 on the drop shot weight. Oh, here we go, I'm about to catch one. It's falling down. Got him, got him. Now, okay, now, to be honest, folks, the Ned rig makes sense here because I saw these fish in the column, and if they're seeing it above their heads, the one that hits their face first is the Ned rig. So I'm not gonna count this one just because I feel like the fact that it was, I caught it when it's falling in the column is a little bit biased. So Still 5-0, but interesting. They chose this one over that one. Oh, I've got one. It's been sitting there for a while. Oh man, and it looks like it's the Ned rig.
It's the Ned.
Wow. I'm not ready to call it yet, but it's getting close. Oh, hello. 6-2-0. I don't know if it's the certain day that I'm fishing. I don't know if it's the color that I'm using or how long the length of the leader is, but the fish are very much telling me they don't want the worm, they want the Ned rig. There we go. Oh my goodness, not even the other species prefer the Ned rig. A dang slab crappie on the weight. I'm starting to think if it's legal in your state, you should probably put a Ned rig as your drop shot weight. On, say it with me, reel. There we go. What do we got? What do we got? Hey, Ned rig. Wowzers, crazy. Another one bites the dust, and that dust is the Ned rig weight, 7-0. I just can't, like just statistically, that doesn't make any sense. That not a single fish would go after the delicious drop shot worm? How? There we go. Hopping it across the bottom, and look at that. Same result every time. Ned rig, bass. What is wrong with you, drop shot worm? I can't believe that. I've got to at least catch one on the dang drop shot. I can't believe this. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Yep. I think we know the answer, folks. I really think the bass prefer a Ned rig over the drop shot worm. And you know what? Maybe that's just today, but maybe not. So I'm trying to figure out why it would be that the results were just so one-sided, that it was the Ned rig as the weight that got every single bite and not the drop shot. Because I'm trying to think back. I've been fishing a drop shot a long time, both with and without forward-facing sonar, in ponds, lakes, again, everywhere. I just don't remember that many times where I go to set the hook and it's like pulling and then it comes off, unless of course it had the worm. Maybe bass are actually biting the weight on your drop shot more than you actually know, and so by having a bait down there, you're basically doubling your chances of catching that fish. But I would just feel like at some point in all the fish that I presented this combo in front of today, that 1 or 2 or maybe 3 would actually eat the worm, because it's actually a bigger package. So if you're looking at which one the fish is going to target because it can find it easier, the worm is that. Which one has more action? The worm is that. I just don't exactly know why the Ned rig would get so many more bites, but the stats don't lie. The Ned rig, as the weight on a drop shot setup, caught more fish. And that is about the best science I can do here on this channel. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I will leave my Ned rig and my drop shot masterclass videos up here in the corners. Those are both clickable videos. And as always, I will have the exact tackle I use down in the video description. Those are affiliate tackle links. Let me know down in the comment section if you've tried this exact same setup for yourself and how it worked out for you, and what kind of challenges or lure combinations you want to see me try in the future. My name is Tyler. As always, it's a pleasure, and we'll see y'all next time right here on TRF.